G'day and welcome back to RC Model Reviews. A quick video today on this cool little bit of kit actually. I was quite impressed with this when I saw it on the HobbyKing website. I thought, hey, that's not a bad idea because it is like the new, modern, better version of my little FPV backpack project that I did quite some time ago now and was very, very popular. Now this is a cradle, a plastic cradle into which you can put your Mobius. And it has the docking plug in the back here. So you just slot your Mobius in there. It's got the little fingers here that clip into the Mobius, so that's all good. And inside here is an FPV transmitter and a regulator. So it provides a regulated voltage feed to your Mobius, so it doesn't matter what you throw in here, up to 6 cells I would assume. I haven't found any documentation yet, but we'll have a look inside and see what the regulator is made of. And of course there's a 200 milliwatt video transmitter, and this is the box, because I was quite surprised when I got this. It came in its own box and I thought, woohoo, hey, you get a spare transmitter as well. But no, you don't actually. With the little box that comes with it, obviously they have taken the transmitter out of that box, but they left you with the cabling and the antenna. Oops, there we go, see that? Throw it around on the bench. We've still got the antenna and the cabling. Of course, it's only a linear antenna, so if you want best FPV results, you're going to have to use a circularly polarized one, but we will test it out with the linear antenna and see how it goes. So without further ado, I think we should just not take the brochure points as read. I think we should rip into this thing. Let's pull it apart and see what's inside. So here it is, and there are just two little screws which go in here that I've already taken out. So let's lift the top off this little baby and see what we find inside. There we go. Actually, this is just a plastic shell that can go away. Let's have a closer look at this thing, see what wonders are hidden in here. Now obviously we've got that 200 milliwatt video transmitter, 32 channels on 5.8 gigahertz. That's going to do the business quite nicely. I've used these before, they work quite well. This actually is the one with the SMA connector on it, the right angle SMA connector. As you can see, if I pull it out here, there's the right angle SMA connector. So it actually fits really, really well into this piece of plastic. And of course, the way it's designed, the dip switches are visible and accessible from the top. Now, as I've said, these have actually advanced a bit now. And I like the one that has the little push button on the side with the LEDs. It's a much easier unit to change channels on, but you know, that's what you get in here, so that's what you use. And if you're flying on your own, being able to change the channels isn't as much of an issue as if you are trying to compete and race. And let's face it, you're not going to be racing with something that has high latency like the Mobius. So I think that's probably a reasonable concession to make. This one has an SMA connector on here, so not RPSMA. It's important to know the difference because, you know, the two standards, if you get the wrong antenna for the wrong connector, you'll be really annoyed because it won't fit. Or at least if it fits, it won't work properly. So this is SMA, same as the Immersion and Fat Shark setup. They use SMA as well. The Boss Cam and a lot of the other Chinese stuff uses RPSMA. You can tell the difference because SMA doesn't have a little pin poking out in the bit that's on the transmitter. It has the pin poking out on the cable or on the antenna. And this is SMA. The RPSMA has a little pin in this piece. I've done a video on that before, I think, so can't remember. So there you go. As I say, let's pull this out because that is there. And we have some other gubbins in here though. There's not just that. If we look down in here, I wonder if I can get one, if this board will come out or it's glued in. No, it'll come out. Look, it all comes out if you try hard enough. So let's have a look. We've got another board here. And that board, if I bend all the wires out of the way, has, there we go, a UBEC on it, or a voltage regulator. It's a tiny, tiny little voltage regulator. This is actually really small. So as you can see, we've got a little inductor here. We've got a little switch mode regulator there. So that's going to drop the voltage down for our Mobius connector. So we're not going to end up blowing the snot out of our Mobius by plugging this into a 3-cell pack, which is far more voltage than it needs. Now the construction of this regulator looks okay. It's okay. It's not fantastic. It's okay. I've got nothing to really complain about, but it doesn't send me into fits of orgasm just looking at it. This connector here obviously is manually soldered on, so the soldering isn't quite as neat as the surface mount soldering that goes on there. It's very hard to tell what sort of voltage this will tolerate, but looking at this as a ceramic cap on the input, these are quite often 25 volts. So I'd say 4-cell pack, 5-cell pack, maybe even a 6-cell. 6-cell, pushing it, I don't know. I would stick to 4 cells on this. I mean, if you're going to have a 6-cell machine, you're probably not going to be running a super cheap FPV setup like this anyway. So yeah, 4-cell safe, I would say, no problems at all. Yeah, and we've seen these transmitters before, nothing there, nothing to see move along. And the plastic, quality of the moulding in the plastic is excellent, very high quality plastic moulding. So yeah, I'm, kind of impressed with this little thing, certainly from the perspective of the way it's been made, the way it's been designed. Yeah, nothing much else to say. The only thing I can do now is to put it back together, plug in the old Mobius, and when it comes to flying day here on RC Model Reviews, we'll take this out to the field and we will give it a go, and I'll report back how well it works. So in the meantime, that's it. That's the little Mobius backpack FPV unit from HobbyKing, and I'd say so far it definitely gets a thumbs up. Well thought out, well designed, and quite nicely built. Got questions, got comments, put them on the bottom of this video. I'll do my best to answer them. And if there's anything you want to see on flight day, let me know too, and I will try to accommodate you there. Now it's time to clear the bench and get on with the other reviews that I'll be trying to get out before the end of the month. Bye for now.